Namaskar, good evening. You're watching Nation Wants to Know and I'm Swati Joshi. The Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam's board has walked the talk. Weeks after promising an overhaul in the functioning of the temple administration, the TTD has initiated disciplinary action barring 18 non-Hindu staff members from participating in temple fairs and other religious functions. The TTD said it is intended to protect the sanctity and sentiments of the devotees. TTD board, led by Chairman B.R. Naidu, had previously announced that only Hindu employees would work at TTD in the wake of the Laddu controversy. The non-Hindu staff has been offered a voluntary retirement scheme or transferred to other government departments. These include those working in colleges, hospitals and hostels run by the TTD.
फर्स्ट बोर्ड मीटिंग में हम एक रेजोल्यूशन ले लिया और टीटीडी चेयरमैन सभी मेंबर्स में हु आर प्रैक्टिसिंग नॉन हिंदू इन टीटीडी इंस्टीट्यूशन द मस्ट क्विट फ्रॉम टीटीडी ऐसा एक रेजोल्यूशन हम ले थे टीटीडी बोर्ड मीटिंग में.
But while TTD and TDP government have welcomed the move, the opposition is up in arms against the move. AIMIM chief Mr. Owaisi claimed that the move will send a wrong message and sought to draw a parallel with the Waqf committee. He asked if non-Hindus can't be part of TTD, then why should the government bring non-Muslims to be part of the Waqf committee?
हमारा डायरेक्ट सवाल चंद्रबाबू नायडू से यह है कि आप 18 एम्प्लॉइज को हटा रहे हैं जो नॉन हिंदू हैं. फिर वो ये जो प्रपोज वक्फ बिल है जो ज्वाइंट वर्किंग कमेटी में आया, तेलुगु देशम ने क्यों बीजेपी का अमेंडमेंट का साथ दिया जिसमें कहा जा रहा है कि स्टेट मुस्लिम वक्फ बोर्ड्स में वहां पर मिनिमम 2 नॉन मुस्लिम रह सकते हैं और नॉमिनेशन में वो मेजॉरिटी में भी आ सकती है. जो इलेक्शन नहीं होगा उसमें फिर सेंट्रल वक्फ काउंसिल में भी आप बढ़ के बना सकते हैं नॉन मुस्लिम को. हम नारा चंद्रबाबू नायडू से ये कहेंगे कि आप अपने इस पोजीशन को दोबारा देखिए, इससे गलत मैसेज जा रहा है.
But can you really draw a parallel between the TTD and the Waqf panel? What is the basic difference? Why opposition's Waqf parallel does not hold? TTD pertains exclusively to temples as far as Waqf panel is concerned. This panel is to manage the Waqf properties. TTD manages temples including Tirupati. Waqf panel does not pertain exclusively to mosques and dargahs. TTD oversees operations and finances of the temples. Waqf panel exercises control over the Waqf property. So this is the basic difference between the TTD and the Waqf panel. Let's now take you through the argument being presented not just by Mr. Owaisi but others in the opposition, and this is the larger debate about the Waqf reforms and the counters that came in from the JPC. Now, non-Muslims have no place in Waqf. That's the argument. The counter of the JPC, non-Muslims also beneficiaries of the Waqf Act. Non-Muslims can be litigants in Waqf cases. And then the second argument is inclusion of non-Muslims, not secular. Counter, state has the right to regulate the secular activities. It is permitted by Section 96 of the Waqf Act 1995. Another argument, why include non-Muslims in Muslim entity? The counter to that is that the Kerala High Court said Waqf does not represent the Muslim community. It is a statutory body, not a representative of the Muslims. Argument, no religious body has people of other faiths. The counter was that according to the Bodh Gaya temple, it has for Buddhists and Hindus as well. Non-Hindus can be part of the Amarnath administration. Inclusion of non-Muslims violates Article 25. That was the argument. The counter to that is state can regulate secular activities of temple boards. State cannot regulate essential religious practices. So that's the counter to the arguments that have been raised. And the allegation is that this is not a reform. This, in fact, is against a particular community, while citing the TTD board's move. Let's open this up and go across to our guests. We're joined by R.P. Singh, BJP national spokesperson. We'll be joined by Professor Jyotsna Tirunagari, TDP national spokesperson, Dr. Shalini Ali, national convener, Muslim Rashtriya Manch, also author, Waqf Amendment Bill 2024, Respect for Islam and Gift for Muslims, joins us on the broadcast. We have Rajiv Riaz Pratapgarhi, AIMIM spokesperson, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, political analyst, and Khaliqur Rahman, also political analyst. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me first begin with you, Mr. Pratapgarhi. अब आरोप ये लगाया जा रहा है कि ये जो तुलना की जा रही है, पहली बात तुलना हो नहीं सकती टीटीडी और वक्फ पैनल में, लेकिन जबरन ये तुलना की जा रही है ताकि किसी तरह से वक्फ का एंगल लाया जाए और ये लोगों को गुमराह करने की कोशिश है। आप कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे?
नहीं, सवाल ये है स्वाति जी कि आप समाज को और देश को किस दिशा में ले जाना चाहते हैं? क्या इतनी गहरी लाइन आप समाजों के बीच में खींच देना चाहते हैं कि आने वाले वक्त में हमारी पहचान जो है वो सिर्फ एक हिंदू, हमारी पहचान एक मुसलमान, बुद्ध और सिख और ईसाई के तौर पे हो? क्या हम एक एक ऐसे राष्ट्र का निर्माण नहीं कर सकते जहां मतलब सबको सिर्फ बराबरी का मौका हो और सब बराबर हो? मजहब से आगे की बात है ये हमारी जो वहाँ की स्टेट गवर्नमेंट है और केंद्र की सरकारों को सोचना चाहिए कि हम किस तरह का समाज आने वाली नस्लों को देके जाना चाहते हैं कि वो दिन रात मंदिर मस्जिद और इस तरह की लड़ाइयों में उलझे रहे, एक दूसरे के खून के प्यासे रहे, या जो है आप ये मुसलमानों को इस हद तक बता दीजिए किस हद तक दबाना चाहते हैं।
लेकिन फिर प्रतापगढ़ी जी, जब टीटीडी बोर्ड एक फैसला लेती है, जब टीटीडी बोर्ड एक फैसला लेती है तो उसमें वक्फ का एंगल इंजेक्ट करके उसमें धर्म को लाने का काम कौन कर रहा है? या जब वक्फ रिफॉर्म्स की बात होती तो ये कहना कि ये मुसलमानों के खिलाफ है, मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी को दबाया जा रहा है, तब कौन रिलीजन का एंगल इसमें लेकर के आता है? तब क्या ये संदेश याद नहीं आता कि हम कैसा समाज हमारी आने वाली जनरेशंस को देकर जा रहे हैं?
नहीं, पहल कौन कर रहा है? पहल तो आप ही ने किया है ना। वो 18 लोग, वो 18 फैमिलीज जो है, इसका मामला नहीं है। ये पूरे दुनिया में क्या मैसेज है, पूरे नॉन मुस्लिम जो हिंदुस्तान के हैं उनके जहनों पर उसका क्या असर पड़ेगा कि आपको धर्म की बुनियाद पर, जिसका इजाजत हमारा संविधान नहीं देता है, आप धर्म के आधार पर, जाति के आधार पर, क्षेत्र के जबान के आधार पर आप इस तरह के डिसीजन नहीं ले सकते हैं। लेकिन आपने लिया है, आपने संविधान का उल्लंघन किया है। ये केंद्र सरकार को सोचना चाहिए कि क्या किस आग में झोंक देना चाहते हैं पूरे हमारे राष्ट्र को, हमारे देश को।
आरपी सिंह,
ये जो है
आरपी सिंह रिस्पॉन्ड। ठीक है, आरपी सिंह जी से रिबटल ले लेते हैं। आरपी सिंह रिस्पॉन्ड।
देखिए क्या कि जब सूट करता है, whenever it suits they change the narrative. It is the temple management body. It's not the land management body. The basic difference. I mean, Gurdwara committee is the Gurdwara management body. It's not the land management body. Waqf board is a land management body. And there is a difference between, you need experts on land management. For temple management, you need people who believe in the faith of the temple. There's the difference. There's the issue of faith and there's the issue of property. It's more like a big business corporate which is functioning. Waqf is like a business corporate which is functioning. So you need different set of people who are expert in their domain, in the domain of property business or domain of managing properties or ensuring that the properties are being used for the good objective and then they are used for the welfare of the community at large. That's the objective. Whereas temple or Gurdwara's management is the religious functioning.
All right.
So you don't understand the difference between the two.
All right. Let me bring in Kamruzaman Chaudhary. Now, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, this is what Andhra Pradesh High Court said about the rules. और प्रतापगढ़ी जी, आप भी ये बात सुनिएगा कि आंध्र प्रदेश हाई कोर्ट ने क्या कहा। आंध्र प्रदेश हाई कोर्ट ने जिस रूल की अभी आप बात कर रहे थे उसको लेकर कहा, दिस रूल मैंडेट्स द एम्प्लॉइज of the fourth respondent to profess Hinduism, and if any employee ceases to be a Hindu or converts into other religion, then his employment with the said religious institution would cease. तो क्या victim card खेलने की कोशिश हो रही है कमरुज़मान चौधरी? That's another question. And are facts being suppressed to mislead?
No, Sweta, basically
Swati.
the point is that who is misleading the house tonight is you. I'm making a direct charge because you know why I say this. When you say that Waqf is a property management trust, I'm very sorry, no. You need to go and study Islamic law. You need to study Islamic Waqf. What is Waqf exactly? Basically, what is a Waqf? Basically, it's a religious endowment in Islamic law that is nowhere a property and that is used for charitable or religious purposes. Madam, get your facts right. Now,
Okay, now what did I cite? I cited the Kerala High Court in its judgment saying that Waqf is not a representative of the Muslim community. The Waqf board is not a conglomeration of individuals. It's not even akin to a company where several individuals join to constitute. It's a statutory body, pure and simple. It is not a representative body of the Muslim community. We also have Dr. Ali here, Shalini Ali, to put more focus and throw more light on that.
Shweta,
Is this not a
Shweta,
fact, Dr. Shalini Ali?
See, I'll tell you very categorically. we are discussing two things which can't be placed parallel with each other. They can be placed only parallel to each other for the simple aspect that we are talking about a trust and we are talking about a board. Secondly, we are very specifically talking about the Waqf board, wherein it is supposed to be constituted for the upliftment of the minorities. But when you go according to the Quran, it very specifically does not mention the word Waqf. At the same time, it mentions that it is for the upliftment of the society. So why are we even confusing the TDP with the Waqf board? There should be no comparison, and there is no comparison. A Hindu trust, for example, you have Vaishno Devi Trust, which has gone to the extent of giving property for the upliftment of the whole entire society by building a university in Jammu. And you have the Waqf board where you are seeing that it is governed by land mafias. So where is the comparison? How can you compare the trust and the board on any angle? And I think Asauddin Owaisi has got into the habit of creating mischief, creating an unrest, like he did state it in the parliament just 2 days before, that there will be social unrest if the Waqf board amendment is brought about. And this is just a way of a harrowing experience.
Shweta, you can just mute my voice on the channel.
No, Kamruzaman Chaudhary wants to come in. Go ahead.
Swati, you can just mute my voice on this, but please let me finish my statement before you go to the next panel. My request, earnest request. You are much a senior journalist. Now, basic point that is here is TDP is a trust, a temple trust, and Waqf is a board. But why are you not differentiating between what is a Waqf and what is a Waqf board? Waqf board is not the property owner. It is a board managed by the government, respective state governments, which manages the Waqf properties. There is a Muttawalli who is the caretaker of those Waqf properties. And Waqf property, Swati, mind you, it is my own property, my forefather.
Can you draw a parallel between, going by the definition that you gave, can you really draw a parallel between, Waqf and TTD, or Waqf board and TTD? Also, the other argument that is being raised as to why are non-Muslims being included, and I'm just taking you through the counter and the sections that have been cited, and then you can come in. I'll go across to other guests as well. According to the section 3A of Waqf Act 1995, beneficiary can be non-Muslim. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, there are other sections also to cite, because that's the parallel that Mr. Owaisi is drawing.
Let me cite you an example out here. Very live example I'm saying. The society I'm living out here had a flat owner who expired, and he had no legal descendants. Now what he has done is he donated it to Ramakrishna Mission, a trust organized here in West Bengal. Now what did the trust do? As soon as the person died, the entire property was sold off and the money cashed. The difference between such unscrupulous trust and the Waqf is, the difference is very simple. What? You cannot sell a Waqf property because it is given to the religious trust. It is given
coming in. Also, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, you should at the same time also mention the multiple allegations against the Waqf board and the demand that is coming in from within the community. Dr. Ali and then RP Singh.
I'm least bothered about All India Muslim Jamaat that has been propped up by the ecosystem out here.
See, the main issue that we are facing.
Yes, go ahead.
The main issue that is being faced by the community is the misuse of the Waqf board which has taken place, where you have land mafias that are coming in and they are the ones that are the beneficiaries. As a matter of fact, Waqf board, I do agree, all the properties that are under the Waqf board cannot be sold. It is in the name of Allah. Waqf is giving you land in the name of Allah, and that is supposed to be utilized for the upliftment of orphans, of widows, and also for medical purposes or anything other further on like this. But what exactly is taking place is that the land mafia comes in, they will take property. There is a particular property in which I have even filed a petition in Aligarh where a mall is being built in. So you can see that the major difference between the trust and the board, and why the board can have non-Muslims as members, is because the beneficiaries are non-Muslims also.
Yes.
You come into Delhi, you see the main market of New Delhi, that is Chandni Chowk, you will see that there are so many Waqf properties that have been leased out to non-Muslims.
Okay.
What is the harm of having a non-Muslim as
What is the harm in having a non-Muslim?
Where you have the beneficiaries.
What is the harm in having a non-Muslim? Mr. Pratap Gadi, Mr. Pratap Gadi, if you can hear us, please go ahead. Please go ahead. अपनी बात रखिए.
देखिए, एक मशहूर शायर का शेर है कि सितम की आखिरी हद से गुजारे जाएंगे जो हम सवाल करेंगे तो मारे जाएंगे, शाहिद अंजुम साहब का शेर है। अब हालत यह है कि एक मर्द नेता है इस देश में जो आवाज उठा रहा है।
हाँ।
वरना तो एक जमाना था जब मुल्क आजाद हुआ था और पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू साहब अपनी बिरादरी के तमाम चीफ मिनिस्टर्स को नॉमिनेट कर रहे थे, यूनिवर्सिटीज के बीसीस के और गवर्नर्स को नॉमिनेट कर रहे थे। उस वक्त कोई आवाज उठाने वाला तक नहीं था। मैं मुबारकबाद देता हूं असदुद्दीन ओवैसी साहब
अरे
को,
प्रतापगढ़ी
बैरिस्टर
साहब, आप
को,
सवाल का कोई
कि
जवाब ही नहीं
उन्होंने
दे रहे।
इतने अहम
शायराना
मुद्दे को
अंदाज में आप अपनी बात कह
तरीके
करके
से
बचने की
उठाया।
कोशिश करते हैं। मैं आपसे स्पेसिफिक
मैं
सवाल
सवाल
पूछ रही हूं, आप जवाब नहीं दे रहे
Let
हैं।
me-
प्रोफेसर
I'm
ज्योत्सना
coming.
तिरुनगरी हैज आल्सो कम इन।
आई एम कमिंग।
एक मिनट आप इतने सारे लोग बोल चुके हैं, उनको भी मौका देते हैं। प्रोफेसर तिरुनगरी, Mr. Owaisi has asked a very simple question. If you support only Hindus in TTD, then why have non-Muslims in the Waqf board, and why are you supporting that amendment bill?
I hope Mr. Owaisi understands the difference between TTD and Waqf Board. I hope he truly understands what is Waqf Board. And if he's really so concerned about Muslims and their well-being, I hope he should have done lot more for Muslims with his party, which he claims, which he has done, which he has never done. Okay, coming back to the point, Swatiji. First thing is, what is TTD? TTD is the custodian of a temple. It's a trust. It's a trust. So it's completely a religious body. And again, for your understanding and also the understanding of the people, the non-Hindus there are not barred from the employment. They are only barred from performing religious duties of the god, because it is important that whoever does the religious duties or the religious, whatever the functions are there, whether it is the Rath Yatras or whatever, if they are a part of it, they should have the belief in God, Lord Venkateshwara. I'll give you a small example. Whoever is a non-Hindu, whenever they visit the temple, Tirumala Tirupati Devasthana, they have to give a declaration that we have belief in Lord Sri Venkateshwara.
Right.
Let's assume you are a non-Hindu and you are visiting it. 1,000 times you visit, 1,000 times you have to give the declaration. 1,000 times. So in that case, if these are non-Hindus and they are doing the duties of religious, this thing there, they are supposed to be giving the declaration each and every day. Each and every day. That's the point.
Okay, Mr.
And
Pratapgadi,
in fact,
the
one
AIMM
second,
wants to
one
come
second,
in.
Swati.
Wants to come in, Mr. Nagri. Let me take a quick counter. Basic difference आप लोग समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं और लोगों को उलझाने का काम हो रहा है, ये आरोप है.
No Muslim, nobody else can.
I can't.
प्लीज कम अगेन, क्या कहा आपने?
मैं ये कह रही हूँ, वो कह रही है बेसिक डिफरेंस टीटीडी और वक्फ के बीच में आप समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं और लोगों को गुमराह करने के लिए इस एंगल को इंजेक्ट किया गया है. प्लीज क्विक रिस्पॉन्स सर.
नहीं ये वक्फ और वक्फ भी हमारा एक रिलीजियस उसका हिस्सा है. ये बहुत गलत बयानी है कि वक्फ जो है प्रॉपर्टी हैंडलिंग एक बॉडी है. कोई ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. वो धर्म का हिस्सा है. बाकायदा जो अपनी जमीनें धर्म के नाम पर, अल्लाह के नाम पे उसको जो डोनेट करते हैं बुजुर्गों ने, मुसलमानों के बुजुर्गों ने जो डोनेट किया है, वो उसका हिस्सा है. वो धर्म का हिस्सा है. और उसी तरह से हिस्सा जिस तरह से हमारा तिरुपति बालाजी का मंदिर का ट्रस्ट है. तो इसमें कोई किसी को गलतफहमी नहीं होनी चाहिए. ये पूरी तौर से
अग्री नहीं कर रहे हैं आपसे. डॉक्टर शालिनी अली भी अग्री नहीं कर रही हैं और प्रोफेसर ज्योत्सना भी नहीं कर रही हैं. और आरपी सिंह, क्विक काउंटर फ्रॉम योर एंड देन डॉक्टर अली.
मूल बात बताइए,
धर्म का हिस्सा है कि नहीं है?
नहीं, इनसे पूछे मूर्ति पूजा अलाउड है इनके यहाँ? कोई जो एम्प्लॉय अगर मंदिर के पूजा को, मंदिर में तो पूजा स्थान है, क्या मूर्ति पूजा अलाउड है इनके यहाँ? नहीं है. आइडियल वर्शिप इज नॉट अलाउड इन द रिलीजन. सो हाउ कैन Muslim be part of the management of the system which is managing the temple, which is basically worshipping the ideal?
Okay, Dr. Shalini Ali, 1 second. Mr. Pratapgadi is saying that this is discriminatory.
All wrong. Administration. Why can't you have? No, it's not discriminatory. Please have this clear. You've got IAS, IPS officers, judges of all faiths. That means you are now going to say that in the administrative services or a board, you have to go according to the religion or the faith. What are you saying? Managing a board can have a non-Muslim because you are not performing any religious activity. activity. Waqf and a waqif, they are two things that can be taken in as a religious activity, that okay, according to Islam, we are donating land in the name of God, in the name of Allah. But managing it doesn't mean that you are performing any religious activity. Yes, if you are in a masjid, you have to perform namaz, and if you have to be an imam,
All right, you're saying managing a board does not require you to be part of a specific religion, whereas we are talking about TTD, where you're talking about TTD, where it is about handling the functions of the temples. It requires, their law, their act requires you to be practicing Hinduism, and the Andhra High Court also backs that the board has the right to end the employment in case there's violation happening. But Professor Tirunagari wants to come in. This is discrimination on your part, and Pratap Gadi, along with other netas, part of the AIMM and the opposition bloc, are saying that, this is an attempt to muzzle the voice of the Muslim community by bringing in these reforms, and you backing them shows that you're part of this ploy, this plot of spreading hatred.
See, I think, again, I repeat my point. There is absolutely no comparison, first thing. It's a trust for a temple, and this is a, board, first thing. You have to understand that. Second thing, we are the only party, I would say, in the JPC, which has attended each and every minute of JPC deliberations. Our representative, Sri Lau Sri Krishna Devarailu, has attended each and every minute of the deliberations. And we have spoken to all the stakeholders, 25 boards, 17 almost state governments. We have spoken to them. We have had thousands of, lakhs of emails. And also we have proposed 4 amendments. If I'm not wrong, once the bill is on the floor, Swati, you'll get to know what are the amendments, and those amendments have been, accepted or not.
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing. There is absolutely nothing religious about this thing.
Okay, nothing religious about this thing. I have to wrap up. Last word to Kamruzaman Chaudhary. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, please.
Yeah, basically you must understand the mindset of the ruling government as of now. When they brought in the UCC, they gave a general description that this is going to benefit one nation, one law. Then they exempted the tribals.
Okay.
That means it was made to hit the Muslims only.
All right.
Now also this is a discriminative practice. But one thing,
to another topic altogether, but then the point that you're making is that this is discriminatory, which is being contested by other panelists on the broadcast. Thank you very much, Shalini Ali, Professor Jyotsna, and gentlemen, for joining us.